Billy's got a question. Did the training team suggest anything regarding lift adjustments?
Very good question. They just noticed that there is a possibility because the way the hose, the new blue safety hydrogen hose is kind of curved, that it's putting some stress on the lifting post, and it may, causing drag, and so the lifting post isn't lifting up as well. But we have our folks kind of like push on that and lift up to get that resistance off of that, so it'll lift up. But it's still, if you factor in that the old Radioson was about 300 grams and the new one's only about in the 60 gram range, we still need to probably cut off maybe another 100 to 150 grams off of that lifting post.
Okay.
Go ahead, Billy.
Actually, before we get there, we got a couple of questions that popped up in the chat there. So Ralph asked, are you still using parachutes with the MROS?
Yes. And I was surprised, I guess, with the AROS, they don't have to use them, but I don't know why, because, I mean, the SONs are the same weight. So, yeah, we are still required to use the parachutes. I don't think they've done enough testing to see if the falling from the sky without a parachute is safe or not. The other thing they might look at is making smaller parachutes because of the lack of weight, or the less weight of the SON.
Okay, and then that kind of ties into Scott Burschbeck's question there. Are there plans to use smaller, cheaper balloons with these?
I haven't heard anything on that. We've noticed a good improvement on the burst heights. We're seeing regularly even below 5 millibars. I think I saw our best one is like 4.5, but that's because it's sending, it's less stress on it with less weight, and it is able to, we're putting probably less gas in it. So, but I haven't noticed a real big difference in the how many tanks we order we do it every 2 weeks. It's still in about approximately the same amount, 7 or 8 tanks every 2 weeks without specials.
Okay. And then Keith kind of answered it there, but just so everybody knows that maybe he's not monitoring chat, you mentioned the new hose. You're referring to one that was added 3 to 4 years ago, not anything that's necessarily specific to MROS, right?
Yeah, that's correct. There's like back when we had an inspection, they noticed we were still using the old, I don't know, it was more red hose that wasn't as safe. And so we replaced that about 3 years ago.
All right. Well, thank you very much for that. And I'm sure we'll have some more questions during kind of the joint Q&A session. But we're going to go ahead.